She was the only black woman working at the historic Glenchester Public Library, nestled in a small, predominantly white New England town. Janessa Hill had loved books since she was a little girl, raised by her grandmother in the Bronx. After graduating top of her class in library sciences, she moved to Glenchester for a job that promised peace and purpose. Instead, she stepped into a quiet storm of subtle prejudice, exclusion, and one man's relentless cruelty. Glenchester's head archivist, Richard Holloway, was a tall, silver-haired white man in his early 60s, known for his charm with the bored and venom toward anyone who dared question his old-school methods. He took an instant dislike to Janessa's modern ideas, community reading nights, youth literacy workshops, and digital archives, but he cloaked his disdain in passive aggression, scheduling meetings without telling her, forgetting to forward emails, and dismissing her public presentations with dry laughter. When Janessa's grandmother passed away, the only family she had left, she was devastated. She asked for 3 days off to attend the funeral in the Bronx. Richard's reply? "It's not like she's irreplaceable. You'll be fine in a day." He approved the leave begrudgingly, but made sure everyone knew he found her absence inconvenient. Janessa returned to a mess. Her desk had been moved without warning, her pending projects reassigned, and a performance review coincidentally scheduled. Still, she held her head high, but the final straw came at the library's annual gala. In front of trustees, donors, and local politicians, Richard gave a smug toast. "Some of us take time off for personal drama, others stay and keep the place running." A few awkward chuckles rippled through the room. Janessa stood there, wine glass trembling in her hand, heart pounding in her chest, but her face stayed calm. She smiled. Because she had a plan. Janessa had spent the past few months quietly documenting everything: memos, missing emails, contradictory instructions, and especially Richard's dismissive remarks. But more than that, she had built relationships. Her outreach programs had doubled the library's foot traffic. Her reading nights drew in families and school groups. She had students writing thank you letters. The community loved her. Even the mayor's daughter was in her teen book club. The next week, she presented everything: documentation, program stats, testimonials, to the library board, privately, and with surgical precision. Her tone was not emotional, just factual. "This is not about me," she said. "This is about what kind of institution Glenchester Library wants to be." The board acted swiftly. Richard was invited into early retirement. The news shocked the town. The newspaper ran a piece titled "New Blood, New Era at Glenchester Library." Janessa was promoted to Director of Community Engagement, but she didn't stop there. She started a diversity hiring initiative, brought in speakers on racial equity, and formed a youth leadership council that gave local teens a voice in programming. Under her leadership, the library became more than just a place to borrow books. It became the town's beating heart. Richard never apologized, but he saw the articles, the interviews, the photos of Janessa cutting the ribbon at the new children's wing, and he knew exactly what she'd done. Quietly, powerfully, and without stooping to his level, she changed everything.